streaming.
Yes.
And let's make sure that it actually is going live on YouTube. Yes.
Hello.
It's... Is it? It's a black screen. What the hell?
No, I haven't looked.
Oh, no,
I see
no,
it, I
no,
see
it's
it.
good, it's good, it's good. Alright, the preview was just a black screen for some reason. But now we're good. Alright.
I guess I pull up a laptop beside me so I can actually look at my the streams. Let me.
I have two monitors set up, and then my second monitor is split between my live chat and the OBS preview to make sure there's no issues.
My phone's ringing for some.
Your phone's ringing?
Yeah, where did I put my phone?
Oh, it's ringing.
This is embarrassing.
It's not picking up on the microphone, at least to me.
Yeah, I was just
But...
like, you know. Hold on a second.
Hello, chat, if anyone's here.
Oh, wait.
Hope everyone is having a fine July 3rd Thursday.
Seems my mom decided to choose this exact time to call me, so I should probably call her back, probably.
Damn.
I have no idea how long it's likely to take those, that's the problem.
Shit. Do we want to reschedule?
I mean, I'd rather do it today, but I'm also like, maybe my parents will make me push it back by like an hour or something. I don't know.
Shit. Can you tell them you're busy doing stuff right now? Hello?
Yeah, okay, yeah, I just told her guys I'm busy.
Oh, okay. Okay. Phew. Alright. I thought I lost connection for a second because YouTube went into the red for a split second, so I'm like, oh no. Problems on problems.
No, that's a co-host. Legend of Dragoon pops at someone in your chat.
Yeah, I should play Legend of Dragoon someday.
I should at some point myself.
Well, like as I should say for YouTube. That was a big childhood RPG for me, and I'm very curious how I would feel about it now. Because I feel like that game probably hits different when it's one of the first few RPGs you play versus it being like many deep into the genre. I was a big Legend of Dragoon guy growing up. That's for sure.
The only Legend of Dragoon I'm gonna have is when I do the 4-job fiesta.
True. I've still never done that.
I've never played FF5, so I'm not gonna do that for what fuck.
For the first. No.
Hit circle instead of X.
This motherfucker was playing a translated Japanese game recently, I can tell.
No, I was playing Chrono Trigger.
Oh, well, there you go.
Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
Fuck, what are we doing? Hey, we're the worst.
We went to Grand Chokmah. Chokmah balls. That's all I remember. We played the stupid box game that we probably should have done forever ago. And now we're going meeting with the Emperor, yeah.
Yeah. Natalia's cool with her dad again.
Yeah.
And now we're gonna talk to Peony. My mom sent me back like the sweetest, affectionate mom being, "It's okay that you're busy." Sweet text. I'm like, okay, thank you.
Nice. Is my audio not picking up? God damn it, actually. Hold on. Advanced audio properties. Why is it not doing that? It should
I'm
be.
presuming things are okay on my end, because I don't know why they wouldn't be.
It probably would be. I think it's... Oh, it's just
I'm
really
definitely, like,
quiet. Okay, never mind.
yeah, I'm definitely like, yeah, I'm once again choice paralysis, torn between which Tales games I want to do when I'm done with the current ones, but also we need to fucking finish this one.
I don't know if I'm gonna do Destiny or Symphonia after this. I think I'm gonna do Symphonia to see how I feel about another 3D Tales game,
Yeah,
because I am curious.
yeah.
I might just alternate 2D, 3D.
I think it's wise. Like my heart says I need to finish the fight with Vesperia. Also, I have to finish Destiny 2. Like maybe it'll be a break from the 2D ones. But I'm also like, damn, I want to get Fantasia done sooner rather than later. So
It's really fucking good. Like, especially, I think it'd be interesting to play that game in relative proximity to Chrono Trigger, because it honestly does kind of remind, like, it clearly doesn't have, like, the same level of, like, this is a bunch of masters of their craft coming together to, like, do a thing, but it definitely does have that feeling of, like, a late, like, 16-bit era
yeah,
game.
it's still ultimately one of the most bumfuck expensive
Yeah.
tech demo gorgeous games of its console, followed up by the team's next game, Star Ocean 1.
Yeah, which, like, as someone who likes but doesn't love Chrono Trigger, I think Fantasia's doing a better job of it. IMO.
What do you think?
Wait, what?
So what do you think Fantasia's doing a better job of?
Oh, I think it's just a more compelling game overall, full package.
No, that's fair.
I like the characters more. Chrono Trigger's cast, I'm like, yeah, you're fine, but, like, none of them stick with me, really, in that way. Is another Chrono game possible without Akira Toriyama? I'm gonna be honest, I don't need another Chrono game.
It's one of those things where it feels like the time has passed.
The time has passed, and, like, also, I don't think you're gonna top Chrono Cross. That game's phenomenal.
I'm definitely like, oh yeah, I can see how. Like, I'm still early on. I'm not early on. I'm probably like at least a third of the way in of Chrono Trigger. Yes, I just went to the dinosaur time for the first time yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, yeah, this is a good fun game. I get why it was a fuck off big deal, because it's the dream team. But also Chrono Trigger doesn't need shooters. And so when some people I know are like, damn, Chrono Trigger overrated, or kind of there's more compelling games out there. I'm like, yeah, I can see.
Yeah, I think the one thing that game has that I will give it credit for, I think it is still to this day a masterclass in, like, actual pacing for RPGs. I think
you just go.
The fixed encounters definitely help a lot with that.
Yeah. I'm also, because I'm doing this with like my game club friend group, and on recommendation of sort of like, well, me not quite getting ATB, quote unquote. I'm playing ATB active on with max speed, and that's been like, this is an interesting experience.
See, ATB is one of those things where, like, I think at some point I'm just like, I don't actually find the active moving through menus really fast that compelling. I usually play with active on, but, like, at some point you just know where everything is fast enough that it's like you're not even really thinking about it. I don't know.
Yeah, but maybe that's part of the skill. I guess I'm not sure. But I do find, like, and maybe LC depends on, like, how I feel when I play another Final Fantasy game like this, because I usually play it with weight on Final Fantasy so far.
Mm-hmm.
But I am wondering how much, like, being able to position, like, having the positioning as a factor, even if it's not 100% under control, changes the calculus. Because I'm also like, oh, I am waiting for maybe the enemies to line up in a way where it's advantageous to use a more ranged thing.
Oh yeah, that is part of the fun for Chrono Trigger.
So I think that at the very least, I can understand ATB a bit better, the appeal of it in the context of Chrono Trigger.
Yeah.
And maybe that'll be true when I give it a shot in Final Fantasy, and maybe it won't be. But
Yeah.
At the very least, I'm like, okay, I'm not like ATB isn't like by default annoying to me.
See, my thing with ATB is that, like, to me, there is no difference between ATB and turn-based games, and I think the people that insinuate that there are a lot of the time, I'm just like, I don't think those games... I don't think the, like, games require you to use more than whatever your best abilities are enough to make ATB, like, actually factor in all that much. I think the only game that has a similar thing that I can think, like, oh shit, actually, yeah, is the rolling HP things in Earthbound.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, you need to actually know where your healing items are, or else you will die when you fight some of the stronger enemies. But I think that's also just kind of a symptom of the classic thing that FF is definitely guilty of up to a point where it's just like, there's not a lot of good items other than the healing ones, it feels like, for a lot of those games.
Yeah.
And also, like, with the magic, it's like, you're not going to use Fyra again after you get, like, Fyraga. Unless you're, like, low on MP. So it just kind of becomes autopilot.
That's kind of interesting enough, like, what... Even though it's, like, basic as fuck, it was a thing, I think, in the benefit of, Lunar for PS1.
Mm-hmm.
Just because, like, the Sega CD version was like, you got... like 20 spells, and I'm like, what's the point? What is the point of all these?
Mm-hmm.
It's also really annoying because in the SXE version, it's like your most recently used spell moves to the top of the list. I'm like, this is miserable.
Oh, I hate that. It should be in the same spot.
I forgot where we're going now. The cutscene just happened. I don't know what happened. I'm really bad at it.
Damn.
I'm so bad at paying attention when
You can probably talk to the guy again. Or yeah, check the synopsis.
Yeah, I was just gonna be like, this is definitely one of those games where it's gonna benefit from me doing the New Game Plus. Just some, like, you know, streaming realities means I think half the plot I'm like, well, I don't know. I got the broad beats, but there's a lot of details I miss. Turns out we do have to actually. We have to go to Doth.
Yeah, I will say, I do think this game, sometimes for its own good, is a little too much about running around.
Yeah. Definitely feels like a symptom of, you know, back in the box, 600 hours of gameplay, whoa!
See, I think it's that, and then also, too, I think they really wanted to go all in on, like, this is a game about a big war with different kingdoms and stuff involved, and, like, sometimes I feel like there is a urge to have you kind of run between those real back and forth so that you get the broad picture, which, like, I get.
Also, I definitely get anything to, like, you know, Tales of the series that has a fucking anime OP, maybe trying to, like, maybe put filler episodes in their anime RPG.
Yeah. Is Expedition 33 as good as people say it is? I don't know, because I have it. I purchased it and never played it. I will someday play it. I'm probably waiting for it to cool down a little bit. I had a couple friends that played it and really liked it. But then suddenly that game became, like, ground zero for, like, RPG fans not being normal and, like, doing the thing the internet does where everyone just decides to argue about something for some fucking reason, even though it doesn't matter. I'm just like, I'm gonna just wait until I can enjoy this on my own time now, I think.
Yeah. The fuck is that thing?
That's a dinosaur.
Let's kill it. Oh yeah. In the time since, we figured out the problem with my controller, so the game actually plays movie for me now.
Yeah, there you go.
So before I was like, oh, this is weird how clunky the game feels, and then it was like, no, there was a for the audiences thing, I was like using a splitter to like fit all of my controls in like one all my my microphone, my Ethernet, and my controller all in one splitter, and the splitter made like the inputs. And so now that I'm plugging the controller into my PC directly, I'm like smooth as butter.
Yippee!
And now I'm like, oh yeah, this is the feeling I had playing, Symphonia a bit more. Yeah, this is a cool ass bird, a wood bird.
Yeah, that's neat.
Yeah. I wonder what a lot of people are like, oh hell yeah, accidental FOF.
Damn, the NPCs are over limiting. Holy shit.
Hell yeah.
I didn't know they'd do that on their own.
I think maybe the AI has to be set to that. Oh yeah.
We did it.
We did, chat. I think some people are probably wondering, like, I think Bamco has been teasing there'll be a new remaster soon.
Oh yeah, I think they announced that even.
So
didn't they say like late in the summer they're gonna announce it?
Yeah. I think people are like obviously hoping it'll be Abyss, and that in some ways it makes no sense. But also it might be Tales of Xillia, just because there were some people before Graces was actually revealed. There was like some Walmart postings for Xillia remaster or something. So it could be Xillia.
I feel like the 3D ones are probably in some ways easier to do almost, because like a lot of them are already like in English if they want to go that route with it.
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
I think also like some people are also thinking, well, yeah, Xillia was also for PS3 like Graces, and so if they have like a pipeline for PS3 remasters, then
yeah,
it might be easier than remastering a 2D game, a PS2 game.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Definitely, I am hoping that eventually they'll get to like the ones they haven't translated, because it's possible in this era, but it's also like one of those like this will be a while down the pipeline, presumably.
It'd be neat if we got Fantasia like in some form officially in English, I think, but also I feel like there are other games I would want them to do first of that bunch.
Yeah, I mean it's tricky because like the only I guess English version of Fantasia is
the GBA one. Yeah.
And like people, you'd probably want the PS1 version in some form, and also maybe even like the weird PSP remake that was a bundle with the remake of a different game.
Yeah. See, I look at that PSP version, I'm like fascinated by it. One, because I think it looks kind of like horrifically ugly in some ways.
It does look a bit like mobile game moded.
Yeah.
The sprites are a bit like the sprites are definitely like more modernized in a way.
Yeah. But also,
I think I've heard the gameplay is a bit more like Eternia or like later games.
See, that's why like I was looking at that and I was like, oh shit, like I'm curious what this plays like.
Yeah, that's what I'm curious too. Like, I wouldn't do that for my first playthrough of Fantasia, but I am like, it's a curiosity I want to check out down the road.
Let me tell you, I got the thing in Fantasia that just lets you use every single skill in the game at once, just that now they're fighting game inputs, and that game is a joke now. Fucking... I have not had to think in any fight in that game. It's incredible how extremely, like, they did not think about it and the implications they had when they put that ring in the game. It's
yeah, there's I think there's only a few games that have it. I think one in the PS2 in the PS2 era they stopped putting in the games, but at the same time it's also like where the fuck are we?
This is the woods. We had the stealth section here.
Oh yeah. But at the same time, I think I saw Tales of Heart R also included it, so that's fun.
It was extremely funny. Also, the moment you unlock flight in this game and then the world opens up and you have a bajillion side things to do is really cool. I always like when games do that.
Oh.
Damn, I hate when the land is collapsed and there's nowhere to exit to.
Oh man, I have the ability to fly and the game opens up me when I'm about to go into the final battle of FF10.
Yep.
I love that game, but also I'm like, why do they do it that way?
Yeah, that's just, I feel like that is almost, weirdly enough, an extremely, like, PS2 coded thing to me. Digital Devil Saga, the entire second half of the game is kind of optional, where it's like, okay, it's time to go to the final dungeon, but not actually, because there's a shit ton of side stuff to do. It's really weird.
Oh.
Chrono Trigger actually, too, kind of. I feel like maybe Patient Zero of this, where there's a point where it's like, you could do the final dungeon now. There's a lot of other stuff to do.
I think I've heard that Tales of Legendia, which is like it's a weird PS2 Tales game that wasn't made by any of the two main themes. Like they got some Tekken guys to make this one instead.
Mm-hmm.
Because Namco was like, what, man, two alternating Tales titles.
What if 3?
What if 3?
Yeah.
and then they immediately they were like, you know what? Let's go back to 2. This isn't working out. But I've heard that game had like, it's like not even that long compared to like the Tales games in terms of like, you beat the main story, but then after you beat the main story, there's like a whole bunch of like optional character stories you can do once the game is done. That's kind of like the second half of the game. That's like not as plot driven, but I guess it's like, hey, if you want to find out more about, I don't know the specifics. I feel like I'm bastardizing it just by talking about it that way, but like it's an interesting idea from the sound of it. Motherfucker. Yeah.
Oh no, I didn't mean to cast. Oh well. Whatever.
Yeah, also just let me know when you want to like change your character or something.
I'll probably do a little bit more with Natalia just because I haven't really played her much this game. And honestly, it's kind of a vibe just sitting back and shooting arrows.
Yeah, like that was me when like in Symphonia, I obviously told the story before, but like in Symphonia, also you can go check the VODs on YouTube. When I took the hard path and had to be like, I'm going to play this really hard boss with Rain, the healer, and just sit back and micromanage the health and stamina of all my party members instead of actually fighting. There was something satisfying to do that way.
There is a character in Romancing Saga 2.
Yeah?
Or 3. I can't remember. Fuck. It's either 2 or 3. I'm pretty sure it's... No, it's 3. It's 3. There is a character in Romancing Saga 3 that their story, if you pick them, is basically just being that person.
That's fun.
Yeah, it's... that game is so interesting.
I really want to play Saga especially, but I'm also like, I don't know... I keep hearing that Romancing Saga 1 is like a half-finished game.
The first game... The SNES version is, the PS2 version...
Yeah. I guess the PS2 version is like a touch-up that works. The boat is over there.
Yeah, it's a touch-up that also, like, they put everything else that needed to be in there, basically.
Okay.
I would not even... I say this as a Saga fan, I don't really think there's much value in playing Super Nintendo Romancing Saga 1 unless you're, like, really historically curious about it, and even then, I'm just, like... The PS2 version is, like, such a improvement and is just way more fun that I think that, like, I don't think it's any harm in even, like, skipping 1 and then just playing Romancing Saga 2 and 3, and then going back to, like, Minstrel Song later, even.
Yeah, I feel like I'm kind of leaning that direction myself.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I'm kind of curious with the GBA games, but also I know GBA 1 had... Not GBA. Game Boy. Original Game Boy. I know first Game Boy game has like a Wonder Swan remake, which might be the way to do that one.
Oh, it is. It's a much better version of that game. And they even keep even some of the dumb fun, like, number glitches, from what I recall.
Some person said, I just hopped into a random Tales of the Abyss stream. Is that Razen's voice in?
Shut the fuck up. No way. Yeah, hi, it's me. I go by Brad now, but yeah, that...
From Vandy_70.
Yeah, hi. I'm streaming on my YouTube channel, too.
Yeah, it's a co-op stream.
Jesus fucking... that's funny.
Of all the things to happen, that's pretty funny.
That's pretty good.
Flashbacks to my Drakengard face.
Yeah, I was about to say, okay, which of the three things I'm known for do they know me through? Yeah.
I keep I guess because I met you through Twitter and not your, like, content. I don't fully, like, appreciate the scope of your reach sometimes, because I, like...
Well, I don't have it anymore. I'm a fucking nobody now. Like...
Well, you know what? Probably contributes to it a little bit. Because, like,
Yeah.
I'm like... Red talks about, oh yeah, when I watched your LP, I'm like, well, that wasn't me.
No,
I just saw him, like, posting good about Gundam. I was like, oh, new feed.
Yeah. That's funny.
I gotta find my way to the harbor again. Where the fuck is it?
What were we talking about? Because I had something I wanted to say and I've completely forgotten because of that very funny distraction. Wonder Swan Saga is really good and I recommend it. They keep in the funny glitches that you've probably heard about, which I think is actually really cool. And it just looks prettier. I would play the Game Boy versions of Saga 2 and 3 just because while there are DS remakes,
yes,
they are big departures.
Yeah, they're like basically different games, which is my intention. They're like, I want to give them a shot, but I also feel like I need to play the Game Boy versions on their own terms.
The interesting thing about Saga, starting with Romancing Saga's PS2 remake, actually, is that a lot of the times when they remake the games, they add in mechanics and systems from, like, the later Romancing games, or, like, Frontier.
Yeah.
Which is cool, and I like it, and kind of helps with the series' like identity and cohesion. But also, it does mean you're getting a very different experience.
Yeah, it's kind of a bit like with the Destiny remake with Tales, because like Destiny 1 is like coming off of Fantasia, making a more action version of that gets like backported the PS1 version of Fantasia, and then Destiny 2 is like, they're doing air combos because it's like the PS2, and they're like, they've done a lot of 2D Tales games already.
Mm-hmm.
So fundamentally different gameplay experience. So I think it's like interesting and valuable. Like, I think remakes that replace are maybe a bit less interesting than or like seek to replace. I don't think you can ever fully replace.
Yeah.
Maybe I do just have to go through this building. I feel silly. I don't fucking know how to get back on the boat. Did it actually take, like, I don't know, 3 months between the last time you played this game?
Well, also, to be fair, even in-game, I feel like we've not been in this town for quite a while.
Yeah, much. Yeah. Yeah, or
I think this would have possibly happened regardless. Maybe we get a special cutscene or skit in Jade's office. I like how he has a funny little water cooler. It is great.
Yeah. Fantasy water cooler.
Fantasy water cooler.
Yeah. I need to enter my Blobber era too.
I need to get back to.
We should be talking about.
I need to get back to blobbing. One of the albatrosses around my neck is that wizardry video that I've been wanting to make for years now, and then I keep starting and stopping on it. I have recorded plenty of footage of the PS1 wizardry for it, though, and, like, I could just complete that run and then get back to doing that. I think I'm gonna try to carve out time this weekend to finish that G-Quax video, too. I just need to finish something. I've been in such a fucking rut.
Yeah, I need to... Well, I'm doing... In some ways, I'm doing too much. Even... with my dumb... with the dumb podcast stuff, but, you know. Brad, can you do me a solid and find out where the fuck I'm supposed to go? I feel so embarrassed.
Yeah, what's the name of this place?
It's, Grand Chomka.
Grand Chokmah Harbor.
Sipping the Grand Chalky milk.
Yeah. Can you not access it from the...
Maybe it's from the world map.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Because clearly we can't go to the harbor. Okay, this is a off-the-cuff, annoying question. How do you rank the Saga games?
Ooh, so that's hard because I've played them at various points across my life, and I've also not finished plenty of them. But 3 would probably be at the bottom, but I also don't dislike it as much as I feel like some people do.
Is that Vanilla 3? Just like
yes, Vanilla 3. I've never finished the DS remakes of 2 or 3, from what I remember.
3 I know is like Kawazu wasn't there. So
Kawazu wasn't there, but he was there for the remake, which is very funny.
Yes. That's the main thing everyone talks about when it comes to like DS remakes. It was like, yeah, they kind of added more Saga to 3 because Kawazu was actually there.
Yeah. I haven't finished Scarlet Grace, which is a game I love, but I've been meaning to finish for years now. Yeah. Honestly, Romancing Saga Minstrel Strong is probably number 1, but I have a real childhood soft spot and nostalgia for Saga 2. And then I'd probably put Romancing Saga 3, also a game I never beat, but I have a real affection for it. But I don't know. So here's the thing. I feel like when I beat Romancing Saga 3, I'll probably like it more than the Frontier games, but I really like Saga Frontier 1, game that taught me that lesbians exist. Saga Frontier 2 is a game with a lot of problems, but I'd put it under Saga Frontier 1. I still like it a lot. Romancing Saga 2, I feel like I have not spent enough time with to give an opinion on. Unlimited Saga, I respect what that game attempted, but
I want to be the kind of person who's like, yeah, you don't understand. You don't get Unlimited Saga.
Yeah.
You know.
Unlimited Saga is the one time where, like, I'm like, okay, I'll go to bat for Saga a lot. This is the one where even they maybe went too far, and I'm like, okay, you may have a point. That being said, holy fuck, that OST is baller. I can't find shit about this harbor, by the way.
I opened up a walkthrough, to be honest.
But yeah, I guess to recap, Romancing Saga, Minstrel Song, Saga 2, Saga Frontier, gets a little dicey from there, but probably Saga Frontier 2, Saga 1, Unlimited Saga... you know what? Saga 3 is better than Unlimited Saga, actually. And then Unlimited Saga probably at the bottom. Saga 3 does have the incredible fact of life that the problem at the start of that game is there's a big fuss in the sky that won't turn off. And it's a problem for the world. Which I... Yeah, I think that's an incredible premise.
God, this is actually horrible. I feel so goofy. Okay, is this way? Oh my god.
That looks like a harbor to me.
Fuck, I'm so stupid. Yes, get the fuck out of here. Get out of here.
Are the Saga games like FF in that they are only connected spiritually? Yes, none of them are really related. There is one guy who is implied to be a godlike figure who exists in at least all of the Romancing games. I believe only the Romancing trilogy. The Minstrel, actually, of Minstrel Song fame. And he definitely is implied to, like, be hopping between worlds. But that's, like, really it. They're not really related outside of that.
Yeah, I'm like... Saga and SMT are like, damn, I should just get to those.
Yeah.
Right now I'm in, like, Phantasy Star Land. Do I have to get myself to actually play Phantasy Star 2 more? I think it's interesting playing Tales of the Abyss as a game with like it's a 3D RPG with an actual airship. I'm like, damn, did Final Fantasy just stop doing that in the PS2 era?
I mean, yeah, they kind of get backgrounded as, like, more almost like a story thing. That, I mean, world maps just start to go away around this time, right? As,
yeah,
like...
so, like, the fact that, like, this feels like, you know, still doing, like, the... We're doing the,
Like, we're entering the era where everyone's gripes over RPG linearity culminates in the backlash against FF13, right? So,
yeah. Which is a game I do want to play.
It is a fun game. I like 13. I don't like it as much as probably other... Oh, no, I clicked out of the window. As other, like, fans of it do. I do kind of have that thing where I'm like, oh, like, once you actually get to Pulse, the world is, like, a lot more fun. I kind of have the thing with 13 where I'm like, half the cast I think is really cool, the other half I'm just kind of like, yeah, you're kind of boring.
Benny says it's hard to get into a new JRPG-esque game as an adult. How are you going to find time to play a 1,000-hour miniseries? So true! I
just don't fucking do it anymore. I just am not cool and play video games occasionally and then go, wow, I should play this game. And then don't get around to it. You know what so here's, I probably have not talked to you about I keep clicking out the window, okay, about my Final Fantasy Tactics kerfuffle, in which I really want to play that game again now. But, like, that fucking remaster's coming out in, like, a few months. I think what I may do to tide myself over is just play FF12, which is, you know...
Yeah.
Evilise.
That's what I gotta do. I gotta play FF12.
Oh, I like FF12 a lot, and I'm really itching to finally play the remaster of it, because I still haven't.
I think I need to do another go at FF Tactics, because I played a few years back, and I was like, oh, this is a good game, but also I applied some fan patches to... Sakurai!
Did you do the Struggle for Freedom?
The which?
Is it the Struggle for Freedom patch?
It did some things like take out, like, random encounters, and, like, it changes, like, some... Is it the
one that assigns everyone specific jobs?
No.
Okay.
It was like, it only does encounters if you, like, specifically go on the map, but also that kind of makes it harder to, like, actually grind for JP. The most important thing it did, that I think, is just a net good, is just, like, give bonus job points by default, because... one of the most known things about Final Fantasy Tactics is, like...
Oh, you're talking Tactics, not 12. I'm stupid.
Yeah, the patch for Tactics is, you know, one of the skills you can get Tactics early on is equip this passive to get bonus job points. And I'm like, that sucks. I just want that all the time so I can also put other passives on.
I'm hoping they do some fun stuff with the gameplay in that, because I actually really liked how the Tactics Ogre Reborn, again, game I have not finished, but I've enjoyed thoroughly what I've played of it. Yeah, I really like how Tactics Ogre Reborn did the stuff there.
Yeah, I need to play that as well. It is funny that what I've heard, it's like basically a version of Tactics Ogre.
Oh, you cut out. What'd you say?
I think it's just funny that like basically every version of Tactics Ogre is a different game.
Oh yeah, kind of.
And like I think like the new remaster, like even though it adds like a new mechanic or something, it's still like the closest to the PS1 version compared to the PS1 V1, but it's still like, you know.
The PSP one really changes how class like progression advancement stuff works in ways that like arguably make the game worse. So
yeah, I think it depends too. Like some people might fuck with it, but also I'm like, well, if I want to try that version, try it. But I'd rather probably play the remaster first.
I think they're definitely like kind of products of the time where I feel like the PSP one was them going, oh, let's try to like modernize this, whereas Reborn is like, let's try to rebalance our original vision, which I think is just I think it resulted in the best version of that game from what I've played. So
yeah, it does feel weird that like this remaster of Tactics does feel like it's Luke being like, can we afford to sleep? Jade is like, you stupid.
I think I've told you this on one of these streams before, but I do recommend playing Ogre Battle before Tactics Ogre.
Okay.
Since Tactics Ogre is kind of the sequel.
Right.
Characters from that game do show up, and they are not introduced.
Oh, okay. Hey, incidentally, you're kind of related to Ogre Battle. I am kind of like curious about not by the same team, but looks on the outside kind of similar Saturn games, Dragon Force.
Yeah.
They seem cool.
Oh, you know, speaking of shit we've talked about on these streams before, my imported copy of the Gun Parade March tabletop RPG came in the mail yesterday.
Why is... Oh, wait. I got... Nice. I really want to get to a level of Japanese proficiency where I can actually play that game.
That game seems fascinating.
It's so fascinating to me that I'm like, it's a miserable experience, but the fact that they went for the systems like that, like they took those swings, I just need to experience them.
The thing that makes me curious is that the way that people talk about it almost makes it feel like whatever the like VN RPG whatever the VN RPG strategy game hybrid genre blob that Gun Parade March is, it definitely people that I've seen who get really into that game talk about it as if it is like kind of like Dwarf Fortress, where it's a game that it's less feels like you play sometimes and more like you just let it run and see what happens.
Yeah, it feels like one of those things where like there's so much going under the hood that sometimes acts like nonsense.
Oh yeah, I definitely
like, I think have by the same guy that came out a couple years ago called Loop 8. I think did terrible reviews.
Oh yeah. Ironically, I think it's on sale right now because I was looking at my Steam wish list.
I'm kind of curious. Maybe I should get it.
I was kind of thinking the same. I have heard, though, too, it is a pale imitation of what was good about that last game, or of Gun Parade. Is that my controller or your controller?
No, it's mine. It's
okay.
Mine. Yeah, like there's a couple of games out there that I feel like this might not be good, but I am fascinated by it.
Oh,
like,
same.
I think, there was that early 2020s batch of like budget Square games that all had the same font as the logo.
Yeah.
Like Harvestella and Various Daylight. I'm curious about these.
I think Harvestella is a game I could become a shooter for. I really enjoyed that demo. I have friends that played it. Yeah, I have friends that played it and liked it a lot. Triangle Strategy was a game I thought I would really fuck with, and then I read that there is a good ending where you just, like, it's obviously the best one, where you find a compromise between all of the three warring factions, and I'm immediately not interested in this game anymore.
Yeah, I mean to. Not neither A, B, or C vertice, but some secret fourth way.
Yeah. I think I want to give Octopath Traveler 1 a shot at some point, because I have a feeling I will like that game more than most people do, because every time I hear people talk about their complaints with Octopath Traveler 1, I'm like, I don't really care that the other... Like, I think people wanted that game wanting, like, an FF6, and that's not what it was trying to be.
Yeah. Maybe I should give it another shot as well. I think I tried a little bit on Switch and I got bored of it. But
A lot of people seem to really like Traveler too, at least. Which is neat. And then there's that one strategy RPG that was like Fire Emblem Awakening guy doing a strategy RPG again that I don't remember the name of. Oh, Diofeld Chronicle, that was it.
that one looks like a case of like RTS strategy RPG.
I don't know enough about it. I'm gonna be real.
It didn't look like a normal conventional tactics game.
That makes sense.
I'm curious.
I'd probably actually, speaking of FF12, that's the same guy who did Dungeon Encounters, which is also in this mix, and I have a feeling I'd like a lot.
Just gonna check. I think we're right now on like section F of S of the third act of the game, according to this one.
F, yes. I've looked at that exact same walkthrough before, actually.
Yes. Nice water. Look at this getup. Definitely like a similar choice paralysis as the Tales. I'm like, well, what Final Fantasy do I want to play next?
Yeah, that one especially because they're so fucking different, right? Like, it's hard.
I say with like this 2-year-old save of FF6, I keep not starting up.
That one, I feel like you should just wrap up first, and then you'll be free of it. Which ones have you played again? You've played 10?
I played 7, 8 Tactics, and 10.
Yeah.
Where are we going?
I feel like 9 would make sense for you then.
Yeah, it's like it's like 1 because I want to do Stranger Paradise. 9 and 10 are kind of like 10-2 are the ones I'm like, well, these should be.
I don't want to be that guy, but you do know that Strangers of Paradise also has references to the other games too, right? It's not actually just FF1.
Yeah, but I just figure
1 is the most important, but
1's more important, and I'm like, I'm not gonna be like, I'm gonna play the entire series before doing Stranger of Paradise. Or at least that's not my
then you can end with the best one. I say this, I have not played Strangers of Paradise.
Listen, I can always replay Stranger of Paradise.
There you go.
There's the Oracle headquarters.
You're about to be attacked by a bird. It's probably under dungeon or other. Or not. Dude. But yeah, maybe I should just start FF12 back up again this weekend here. That'd be interesting. I've been thinking about that game a lot, and I'm just like, man, that might actually go up my rank in FFs if I like. The more I think about it, I'm like, I think I really like what that game's doing, but I need to experience it as like a fucking adult.
I might actually be naughty as. Where the fuck are we? I don't know.
Go back to the synopsis again. Maybe there's context clues.
Let me just kill this bird first.
Yeah.
Actually, we might still be in Act 2, for all I know.
Yippee!
Yippee!
Are you looking at the guide again?
Yeah, I'm just like, I don't fucking know.
What
I'm
are,
just lost.
what are you looking for? The Oracle headquarters?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna Google. Where is the Oracle headquarters? Inside
Yeah,
Doth's
that's right
church.
Hmm?
Inside the church in Doth.
Okay, so it's just like where we were.
Enter the cathedral and head to the biggest door at the end of the room to get a pass. Then when you come out to the door on the right and keep heading that way till you enter a room.
Yeah, I need to be better at paying attention to the games. We keep, like, you know, we're chatting. So. Maybe my brain is just not built for that level of multitasking. So which direction? Like left or right?
Enter the cathedral and head to the biggest door at the end of the room to get a pass. Which I don't remember if we got the pass or not.
Yeah, we probably did.
Then when you come out, go to the door on the right and keep heading that way till you enter a room.
Okay.
That's not that one. Right from where the big door is. Like if we were coming out of the big door, I'm assuming they mean.
Okay. Wait a minute. There's no door there.
It's definitely in this room.
Let me try over here.
Oh no, never mind. It is here. I can't believe this Game FAQ's comment lied.
Liar. Oh damn, that music. I was laughing with you. Time to battle.
Yippee! Oh, whoops. I can't remember my free run controls. Is it L2? Yeah. Let's get the fuck out of here. Okay. Have to reorient. There we go. Miracle Hammer.
Miracle Hammer. I forgot who Reiner was. I guess we'll find him.
The Oracle Knights.
They won't listen to the Pope. This room is like fuck off big. What the hell?
Yeah.
I'm like, like, is there other treats, other things to find around? Like the grate.
Ride.
Ride.
Oh, does it go up? Yeah. Oh, that's a shortcut that'll loop back later.
Wait, have we been here before?
Maybe.
I think we have. These are chests we opened.
Oh, yeah. Because I was about to say, this does look familiar. Did we not have to sneak through here, maybe at some point?
This was a stealth
Yes,
mission.
yes, okay, I remember this now.
Hold on, wait. No, that's no. No, hold on. How the fuck did we get up there?
Was that a door down there? Maybe this guy is info. Oh,
Oh, in the battle.
that makes more sense.
You know what? Fuck you. Oh, what? Maybe what we had to do was just go in the big door in the middle.
I think that probably is a good bet.
Oh. I don't know why when you said, like, Gun Parade March, my brain went to Elemental Gearbolt, but I'm like, those aren't the same thing.
No, I mean, same team and guy.
Oh, wait, yeah, that's true. I forgot.
Yeah, same
Actually,
weird multiverse, too.
I didn't even know that.
Nobody, when people talk about that game in English, people, like, reference, like, oh, they're, like, connected or whatever. Same with, like, Castle of Shikigami. The way those games are actually connected story-wise is ridiculous. I kind of love it.
How are they connected?
So, there's this whole multiverse system thing that this guy came up with.
Actually, what?
And it has something to do with, like, there's, like, a central world, and the further away these different dimensions get from that, like, world, the, like, less magically inclined they are. So, like, the world of Elemental Gearbolt is, like, one of the more magical ones, and I think the Gun Parade March one is only slightly more magical than our own, or something like that.
Oh.
But there's, like, a world-hopping arms manufacturer organization that is, like, responsible, partially, for arming... I think they give you the light gun you use in Elemental Gearbolt. Or it's implied they had a factor in having it created. And they also help out in Gun Parade March from the Shadows. And there's, like, this weird plot through those games where there are, like, forces of darkness that are making their way to each world. And the multiversal, like, arms manufacturer, like, planet company people are like, well, we don't want them to get to us. So they're, like, arming other worlds to help them deal with the problem before they can go make other worlds worse.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
I have found where we are in the guide. Apparently, I'm discovering there's a thing called Mew Wings. What the fuck? Oh, there's like a special thing from you we can get, which is how we get those other treasures.
Oh.
In Tataru Valley during the daytime. Where the fuck is that? Let me just see.
Probably far away.
Yep. Maybe where would we just... Well, nah. That's annoying. That's annoying! Ah! Oh well.
I don't... This is just some chests. I'm not too worried about it.
I said like, oh, there's some nice weapons. I'm like, well, that's fine.
Yeah.
Completions for New Game Plus. Anyway. Is this all? I'm just trying to like read what we're supposed to do next. Maybe.
Did you not try that central door? Was I not paying attention? Oh.
So maybe we're just like done here.
Are we?
I don't know. I'm confused.
It didn't seem... Look at the synopsis again.
It says, yeah, it just it says use the Mewings to get a bunch. Basically, is what it says.
Oh.
Over the east is another. Yeah, that's all there is. Go back to where you came in, and yeah, it means enter the room to the left of the save point. Wait. The room left of the save point, so maybe it's... Maybe it's the one.
Oh yeah, this definitely looks like it. Oh yes, I remember that. Little balcony now. Okay, I was about to say, it feels weird if we just go back after that.
Fuck you! We didn't have to not battle those guys, but...
Let's just head to the bottom. I opened up the guide too.
No! If I'm being Guy.
Oh no. I didn't click into the window again.
Hey.
This is so excessive.
Yeah, but it's cool.
Oh, I'm just realizing I have Beast and Fantasia. I think it's called something different, though. Maybe it's not.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if, like, yeah, Guy's the one guy who has, like, the traditional Kless moveset.
Yeah.
A Crest moveset, yeah. Like, he's the one who's, like, Demon Fang and stuff like that, so, you know. Brad's going all out with the overlimit.
Yeah. There you go.
Hey! Oh, that was cool.
Wonder if I can get it.
I think the only thing that'd be, like, maybe... I feel like the way it is with the FOF changes is kind of a lot of, like, lock and key. And it could be interesting if there was a bit more like a room for experimentation there.
Mm-hmm.
But I also don't know how that'd work. Noble thief.
That guy's gonna get her. Oh no, he's stuck in the stairs.
Loser.
He's bamboozled.
Yeah, this guy got though.
Some of these fots are so tiny.
Yeah, I don't know why the... Sometimes the field just does suck. No, I'm busy!
This guy just ran away for no good. Oh no.
I guess
Yo, bro's got a trumpet.
Yeah.
I'm like weirdly off axis. There we go. That was odd.
Yeah.
It does like when you start to shoot, it doesn't autocorrect like you think it would. You have to like kind of wiggle around to reorient when it switches targets, which makes sense. But
yeah. Fuck this guy. Now we were waiting for you, but now we're here. To fuck you. Oh fuck! Ah. Yeah.
and get my TP back one way or another.
Ooh, she's on a new move.
Slowly but surely. Oh yeah, having to get there. We go. That TP's coming back. Oh damn! Actually, Natalia's pretty good for like stunning, too. I'm noticing.
Yeah, I've heard that she's a pretty good character for just because like she's fast and can lock people down. So
That makes sense. What does a Fawn slot seal like?
oh yeah, that mechanic we haven't been dealing much with. Oh wait, yeah. Remember when he got sent back to level 1?
Yeah.
That's a good delivery. Or is it DiGiorno?
So true. I'm still mad they've never brought back their garlic crust pizza. It was so fucking good. I loved it. But then
It's funny, for whatever reason, here in Canada, the brand was called Delicio.
Oh. Huh.
I don't know why. But the ads were like, oh, it's not delivery, it's Delicio.
Damn.
And then when Americans said DiGiorno, I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I'll be in your country in a few weeks.
Oh, where? Which parts? It's just like for work? So...
Toronto, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's for even fewer days this time. I'm kind of going in and out.
Hey. Jay just dealing with the ninja mage
Yeah.
himself. Jeez, Tyr, you need no, I'm wrong. I saw her like over limit and thought that was her TP. I was like, damn, she's drained, but no, she's just her over limit.
Well, there's a heal one here, anyways. But
I hope
cutscene.
they. That's right, I get him. From Bravo.
I'm in a safe point. I have not been looking at my chat. I have this guide up. Oh no, it said nothing.
Hey, Reiner, get the fuck over here.
You're not getting promoted today, nerd.
No, he's on that canticle for Libo shit.
That's pretty good.
I like how he's just like
The
her
glance.
and Jay just exchange glances. That's
Yeah.
really good. It's good to have just like some unscrupulous party members.
Nice. I'm sure there's going to be a boss battle as we attempt to get out of here.
Okay, I had enough of a niece. You can go play Guy for a bit.
That's pretty good.
Yes, here. How do you do that?
Jade's
That's good.
great.
That's really good.
What an asshole.
Definitely the best one of those we've had in a while. Is it this way? I think so. No.
No, that's an open treasure chest.
Bum 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 bum
Bum,
bum
bum,
bum
bum.
bum bum.
I really shouldn't spend any more money, but fuck,
Yeah?
there's a lot of indie shit on the Steam Summer Sale. I'm like, oh, it's only $5.
Yeah. I haven't even had to look at those.
I just bought art for not one but two fight sticks too.
Oh no. Yeah, I haven't. I think I bought like I bought like a couple games, but not too much.
I got art for my Nacon Daijo, which I think is just going to be my main tournament stick from now on. And I also got that octopus fight stick came in the mail, which I'm happy I got on Kickstarter because I think what I paid for it as a backer versus what it retails for is way different in price. It's a lot more expensive now.
Walk 2 steps. Thank you for doing that.
ケセドニアには戦闘ビラーの人たちもいる。崩落の被害者が集まってるんだ。話をしておいた方がいいよ。
そうね。彼らから話を聞いておけば、両陛下にも外角大地降下がどういうものか、より分かってもらえると思うし、大地が降下したら、両国ともクリフォトで生活するわけですしね。
そういうこと。アスターたちにも今俺たちがしている。
This game came out around the same time as Eureka 7. That's fucking me up.
Yeah. Time flies.
I saw, like, oh yeah, we got the 20th anniversary art for Eureka 7. I'm like, please don't say that.
I remember when that shit was just on TV.
It was a show I never watched when it was on, I guess here would have been YTV. But I do remember them being like, oh yes, Eureka 7.
That was a certified Adult Swim classic over here, I believe. I don't think it was Toonami.
Yeah.
Sometimes that divide seemed relatively arbitrary. But
I can imagine, like, I don't, I didn't go there, so...
yeah.
We had, like, I don't know, it was weird, because, like, where the fuck is Cheesedonia? Oh, he's underground. He's underground now?
Maybe?
Yeah, so in, for us in Canada, I mean, presumably, the Nick and Cartoon Network just have their own channels now. Here anyway, or at least on, like, maybe on, like, cable or something. But when I was kids, we, like... we, had, like, basically, like, the channels that were, like, Canadian channels that had a deal with the American channels to show their programming.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, in Canada we have, like, YTV, which I think, like, for a while was, like, had both Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network shows early on. And then, at some point, we got Teletoon as, like, this is the Cartoon Network station instead.
Oh. Huh.
Because, like, I remember some YTV, early on, YTV had, like, the first gen Cartoon Network, like, Dexter's Lab. But, like, later on, you got, like, with the later generation of Cartoon Network shows, like, Foster's Home, etc., Billy and Mandy, the Teletoon.
Okay. I do feel like anytime I hear about anime airing, like, from back in the day, people are like, oh yeah, it was on YTV.
Yeah, and, like, it's funny enough, like, YTV seems to be the one that picked up, I guess, Toonami, I think, because it was the one where, like, I remember that was the Canadian channel that had, like, anime, like, that was where Gundam Seed was on, that was where Bleach was on. I think presumably it was also where Dragon Ball was on, I think. So.
I think that's where Gundam Wing was, too.
So, and, like, I think, like, at some point, Teletoon also got some anime, because it had the Mega, so.
It had what?
It had the Mega Man anime.
Oh, yeah. That was on Kids WB, I believe, over here.
Yeah, I'm not sure which channel was the kids' WB station. That may have also been YTV because I remember like I think pretty sure Batman Beyond was also on YTV, maybe. I think, or maybe it was fuck. I don't know. No, wait. Warner Brothers is fucking Cartoon Network, so that would be on Teletoon.
That makes sense.
That makes sense.
Every now and again I think like I should rewatch like the animated series, sure, but like I really feel like it'd be interesting for me. Like I liked the animated series as a kid, but I really liked Batman Beyond. Like that was my vision of Batman when I was a kid.
I would like to revisit, well, not revisit, but I'd like to continue my X-Men, but I'm like, well, Disney Plus, so I'm not gonna fucking.
That makes sense.
Like, obviously, there isn't like a boycott against the original show that's been existed forever, but my reason for watching it is like the new show that's on Disney Plus. So I'm like, well, I'll just wait.
Yeah.
Like that.
確かに効果の10
そういえば正気の影響はどうですか？
年寄りや子供が正気に当てられ症状の重いものはユリアシティの方が連れて行ってくれます。あとは戦争の最中でしたから
陛下たちに陳情してみたらどうだろう。
そうですねところで出発はいつにしまだしばらくノエルは戻ってこないよね
宿で休憩を取りましょう。そうすればアスター殿も準備の時間が取れます。
では宿の代金はこちらで支払いいたします。ごゆっくり。
Oh yeah, Inuyasha was also known on YTV. I remember now.
ありがとう。
I can't remember. I'm pretty sure that was Toonami over here. It might have been Adult Swim. No, it was Toonami.
どうしたの深刻な顔で話がある
Shoutouts to that Inuyasha sequel that nobody seemed to really care about.
Yeah, they're doing weird stuff with Rumiko Takahashi stuff, I think, right
正気
now.
のことなんだ。
I always like the weird dichotomy
具体的なことは知らないか。
thing with the Urusei Yatsura adaptation with
Luke's speech bubble is me when I'm RFK and I'm the Minister of Health or whatever. Continue.
Where like that second Urusei Yatsura movie from Oshi that everyone's like, oh, it's a masterpiece or whatever, where she's like, yeah, it's a good movie, but it's not really like my thing. Which is like, that's an interesting spot to be in.
Yeah, like the impression I get is that people really like that movie, but it does sound like not as Yurusei Yatsura as like it's the kind of thing where I'm like, damn, the way people talk about this movie, I wouldn't expect. Yatsura.
Yeah.
外角を降下させても。
I think
Which is
I think
a
that was
song.
part of the reason why I think he left like halfway through that anime series too and let someone else take over to make it more like the manga.
Yeah. And then he made Vlad Love.
だから
Yep,
One-
right
one years
after.
later.
Right after.
Right
I need to watch Avalon by Oshi because it has a lot of weird wizardry references.
分解することもできないな。
I should also be paying attention to the scene.
Yeah.
なんか腹が立つんだよ。
The sad music's playing. Aw,
しっかりして
he feels
で
bad.
きることから始めるってあなたは言ったでしょ一人の人間ができることってきっと些細なことだわ私たちがいるわ
I need to know who fucking writes these games.
ごめんな。
Because I'm not sure if it's the same guy for each game. It probably isn't, but I'm like,
じゃあ
it might be the same guy for a bunch of the games.
Yeah, it might be a couple of different ones they swap between. Let's see. This was written by Takumi Miyajima.
Toshiro Ishido.
Yes.
Who was it? I saw
Oh,
it.
this motherfucker also wrote Arcrise Fantasia. That's hilarious. What happened?
Listen, not everything can be a banger.
No, this is the same writer of Symphonia, I should state.
Okay.
Oh, and the same writer as Scarlet Nexus?
In some ways that makes sense because from my understanding, a lot of like the core Tails team worked on Scarlet Nexus, and meanwhile, like Arise was a different team that hadn't done Tails stuff.
Scarlet Nexus is I never beat that game either, but very fun.
I played the demo. I thought it was neat. So it's one of those games where like, oh, I should check this out at some point.
Okay, this is a weird bit of trivia. This writer also wrote the novelization of Shin Megami Tensei 9.
Okay. I love when you like make a discovery of like, oh, this guy is more places than I expected.
Oh yeah, that's always fun.
I had that discovery when I was like getting into games and hadn't grown up with their games, but like when I found out the amount of stuff done by Rare and also Treasure, I was like, wait, they did all that stuff? Because I've heard those things, but I didn't hear them about like them being made by the same people.
Oh, did this motherfucker also write Rodea the Sky Soldier?
It's all coming together.
That's a game I bought solely because of the weird 2 games in one thing. And I've never played.
It's funny that game came up on like the newest VoIP Life.
Oh, did it? I haven't listened yet.
Yes.
What a weird development history.
Oh, I can imagine. I've heard, funny enough, the Wii version is the one you want to play too.
Everyone says the Wii version is a lot better.
I like how Everly's character's like, man, the war's gonna end. We're gonna have peace. I'm like, well, I know how it... I know tropes.
Inn. Or no, that's not the inn.
I think one of the more interesting ones where I'm like, I don't think this will be the best experience, but I do have to know, is that there's an Idea Factory game where the writer is Toshiki Inoue, and I'm like, well, now I have to play this.
Which game is that the... Which game is that?
Gary Fencer F.
Oh, okay.
I think they should mark on the map more where, like, the fucking lifting points are.
I can, like, barely make it out.
Yeah.
Like, it's so dark.
I guess I do have the map up, but also... Well, I guess it's there. No, that's the city.
No, you're like right past it, I think. It's to the northeast. You can see it's like a... Yeah, like straight ahead. No. Left. It's like a slightly darker smudge.
Oh.
Yeah. Like, open up the map, you can see it just barely. I would have, like, made it like a color. They just had it as like a black smudge, but it kind of blends in with the other ones.
Oh wait, Yulia City, we're right there. You have to go back down.
At what point does, like, the giant, like, hole in the ocean result in everything draining out, like, entirely? I feel like that would be a faster problem. But the ocean is
Don't
a
worry,
lot
there's-
of water.
There's the up force.
Yeah.
It's okay. The entire world of this planet is encapsulated in the ice wall.
Yep.
So,
Guy's about to pull that one guy at the start of Turn A Gundam where he has a crossbow.
同じような取り決めがオド戦争の直後にもあったよな。今度は守れるのか。
ほどの時とは違う。あれはスコアによる繁栄を我が国にも。
そんなことのためにオドを消滅させたのか。あそこには木村スカ人もいたんだぞ。俺の母親みたいにな。
Oh shit.
何をするのです。
お前の母親。
ユージェニー・セシル。 忘れたとは言わせないぜ。
ガイ、復讐のために来たのだ。私を差しなさい。ガルディオス伯爵夫人を手にかけたあの方がマルクと攻略の手引きをしなかったのでな。
父上、本当に。
戦争だったのだ。勝つためなら何でもする。
Knuckles' voice. It's not fun. That's why it's not war.
お前を亡き者にすることでムグニカ平野の戦いを発祥。
母上はまだいい。何もかもご存知で嫁がれたのだから。だが炎を消滅させてまで他の者を巻き込む必要があったのか。剣を向けるならこっちの方かもしれないぞ。
Everyone in this room is like, actually, fucking kill me. Fuck it.
Fun Master Ion, actually.
Tears like,
Guy's mom's ghosts.
I killed myself.
そうだな、ジェイド。戦争が始まるということで、ポドで行われていた武術実験は全てしかし、フォミクリに関しては時間がなかった。全皇帝、俺の父はポドごとキムラスカ軍を消滅させる決定をした。当時のフォミクリ
It's actually funny. There's like 10 different reveals on top of each
Yeah.
other in this conversation.
に調子に乗る。それでポドは消滅したのか。父はこれをキムラスカの仕業として国内の反戦論をもみ消した。
ひどい。被験者の人がかわいそう。
そうですね。被験者は当時11歳の子供だったと記録に残ってい
No,
る。
he's just a boy.
あなたも顔を合わせているかも。俺が
Gasp.
ガルディオス伯爵家に仕える騎士の息子だったそうですよ。
Oh no.
なんで捨てるかムストフェンデ。
Not Vend. Oh, it's. Oh.
知ってるも何も。フェンデのとこの息子ならお前だって知ってるだろう。バンだ。
Yeah.
バングランツ。奴の本名は。
I love where he's like, here's the character's like name, but their actual name is like.
Me when I go to an Italian restaurant, yeah, I'll have the,
Reminds me of there's like the. There's the. I think there's a. In the Japanese version of Kabuto, Tendo like orders it at a restaurant and he speaks Italian when he does it.
yes.
But in like the Southeast Asian English dub, he orders in an Italian accent. He's like, I want the meatball extra spicy.
だから封印した生物レプリカをバンは知っていたのか。
ガイ。ひとまず
Shouts to the end of Kabuto where he's in Paris.
Oh, FF15.
この調子では
He's like, oh, hey, lightning.
ほとんどの人が殺さなくて
How's it going?
I do not like that game.
党に復讐する気は失せてたんだ。
People, that game got shooters and I don't understand them. I thought that game was awful. And I was hyped too because it's like, oh, it's kind of doing a Majora's Mask thing. And I love that game, and I just don't like playing it.
ここは一度
It's a try this game too, which is interesting.
Yeah.
よろしいですな。
Was not a big fan of how the combat system worked, which is a bummer too because I thought 13-2 I think is my favorite game of that trilogy. And slow spin.
Anyway,
I always like this room when they cut to it. We've
yeah,
spent a shocking amount of nights in this room.
yeah. Familiar ceiling.
True.
I just had the realization, and I don't know if it's because of real life or in-game time, but you haven't seen Ash in a while.
Probably a little mix of both. I feel like we've gone a bit since we last checked in with him.
Yeah.
Creek. I think we need to go towards the foreground, yeah.
That actually hurts my eyes, to be honest.
I could see it.
Wait a minute, is this the end of the fucking textbook side quest that we did in the beginning of the game? That's wild.
Would have been really funny if they were like, okay, Tyr, start singing. Yo, that dude's beard, though.
Which one?
Down there.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. Elder McGovern. Oh, yeah, him.
Hey, who is that guy that was in the Star Wars prequels as Obi-Wan? Stupid. I kind of have like an X-Men thing similar to you, but with like, oh yeah, one day I'll do a more civilized age, talk about that fucking cartoon.
For me, I don't have a problem listening
Just
to him talk about the
listening.
cartoon because I'm not watching it.
At some point I might just bite the bullet and do it, because like, I'm gonna be honest, I have tried before and I'm just like, this ain't it.
I definitely feel like I just feel like I think I prefer hearing the people on AMCA talk about Star Wars
That actually go through
actually-
Star Wars
yeah.
stuff. Yeah, that's
because I'm like, the potential of Star Wars is more interesting than what Star Wars actually is, especially post Disney.
yeah.
That's what we gotta do. So we gotta go to Sheridan
Yeah.
College in downtown Toronto.
I remember when I said at the start of the stream of this game feels like a lot of running around sometimes.
Yes.
俺はどうしてもけじめをつけたかったんだ
I'm sorry I almost committed a political assassination.
戦争って本当にひどい勝手すぎるよ自国のためとはいえ
Knuckles voice.
それが戦争なのですよ
バン先生も戦争の被害者だったんだ
でも兄さんがやっていることは復讐とすら言えないわ
そうだなバンも俺と同じ痛みを持って俺と同じように復讐したいんだと思ってたけどどうやらそうじゃないらしいそもそもの発端はポド戦争にあったのかもしれませんがそれはすでに言い訳と化しています、同じ痛みを持っていた人間として今俺は何としてもバンを止めたいと思っているんだそのための最後の仕上げをやらないとな
ああ分かった行こうシェリダンに
What was his original excuse for wanting to sink everything?
I'm not entirely sure. Like, I know him being like from the place that blew up is part of it.
Yes. Yeah.
I think it's also just like, you know, the world as is like, you know, it's fate. You know, like
Oh,
Golden
yeah.
Wind.
Yeah.
And so if we make a clone of the entire world, then it won't be bound by fate.
Oh, that's true. That's right. Yeah, part of the thing is freeing it from the score. I'm curious how the game ends up with that. Because I have a feeling... I've played a JRPG in my time or two. I have a feeling it's going to be like, oh yeah, we're not bound by the score anymore.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
Which I'm alright with.
Yeah. Pretty sure it is above ground.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was about to say, I think that's the... Yeah.
I'm so fucking glad to just have the fucking plane. Like it was so annoying using the boat when half the ocean is gone. There's like I cannot go this way that I should probably be able. Oh yeah, sure it is this place.
Me when I have like one town per terrain type.
Yeah.
Someone has probably already made the indie RPG where they talk about the economic and like global geopolitical ramifications of the world actually just being like 20 towns. That would be funny.
Yeah.
Like I've always been like the implication must be surely that there's more towns than actually depicted here, but
How do I get out?
don't you land in the water
Oh, is that how you do it?
or something? Yeah.
Fuck! Fuck off! Fuck off!
And then don't you just like move to land? Oh no. Can you enter the port from here?
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, I think that's, yeah. You have to land it like a ship.
So the port for the city is like 2 miles away.
Yeah, you know. Fantasia has a really good joke. Yeah, I'd say it's a really good joke in one of its ports. There's like a chest you need to get to, but you need to wait for a crab to walk out of the way. Because it's on like a narrow, like, pier. And you literally just need to wait for the RNG to decide to let you get the chest if the crab gets out of the way. It's honestly kind of villain shit.
Yeah. Phantasy Star 1 having like a single money chest in like the third to last dungeon is one of the funnier things I've seen in the game. Like basically all of the chests you can pick in the dungeon that are like almost all the chests are kind of useless. Like yeah, you get some like healing items, but basically everything with money the most useless thing ever. Cause like wow, I get like 10 times this amount just by beating like 2 enemies.
That's interesting because like in wizardry, like that's how you get money. So like the idea of it's like, oh, it's just more money is like, what's the point? How many like incidents do you think they've had with all those gears rotating in the background? Like someone's lost a hand in there, surely, right?
How often do they have to clean it with the blood?
This dude's face got stuck in there and his eyes turned into hair.
脱出はアルビオールで行う。そのために圧力を中和する音機関を取り付け作戦を開始すると決めたら、アルビオールはこちらで港に置く。
音機関を取り付けたらアストンがタルタロスの格納庫に入れておいてくれるよ。じゃあ作戦が始まるとアルビオールは使えないんだね。そうさ、そうなってからじゃ他の町
I hate not being able to go to other cities to buy supplies.
だからやり残しがないかよくか。
じゃあ分かったら準備をしてくるんじゃ。
Okay, saying please go get your fucking health thingy jigs.
あとはタルタロスを近くに運んで振動を中和するだけだな。
ああ、いよいよだな。限られた時間内の行動です。何が起こるかも予測できません。やり残したことは
Fucking Tomino ass moment.
いえ、本当のことです。作戦を開始すればアルビオールも使用できませんからね。
でも急がなくてはいけないのではなくて、
せいてはことを子孫汁と言いますからね。
準備もそうだけど作戦を始める前にちゃんと気持ちを整理しなさいということですか。
分かったよ。そうする。後悔しないためにも。
ええ、そうなさい。
Alright. Let's get probably some health items, I guess.
Yeah. Speaking of, I'm gonna grab a soda because I'm dying a little bit.
I wonder if we should also probably just give everyone some more,
Some more.
maybe some armor? Probably.
Yeah, wouldn't be. But why is Guy the only one here with anything to get?
No, it's just lower.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna grab a drink. I trust your shop. Honestly, we have a lot of gold, so buy whatever.
Yeah,
I'll be right back.
wait, hold on. Actually, right. You know what, hold on. Fuck. Did I not go fucking spend all that? Oh, yeah, hold on, wait. Yeah, that's better. That's like way too much money. Yeah, yeah. Oh, fuck. Oh, that's right. I don't need that much.
I was muted. The capes are just like in Fantasia.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. Like these circlets are like way too expensive. I don't know how much the capes add though. So let me just check. Yeah, a little bit more, but honestly, like the aqua cape, I think.
Yeah, we can go with
adds
that.
plenty. Because I think like the aqua cape adds basically the same amount for like way less cost. So.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, I should have like just equipped there in this shop. Oh wait, did I fucking? Maybe that was a mistake to get the. Wait. Oh, maybe it was a mistake to get the capes for everyone home.
Yeah, no.
Because like so I didn't realize. Oh yeah, the helmets I got for Guy were like.
There is a magic item in, I guess I say magic item. You can just buy them at stores, but it's like a magic bottle that you can use on select
Wait.
equipment, and like, so like for the aqua capes, it would change it into a fire cape that does like 30% fire resistance instead. And it's
Okay, yeah, the capes are just better than the helmets. I shouldn't have bought the helmets. Oh well.
damn,
That's all good stuff.
that's fine.
Sell some stuff.
Yeah, so something of Fantasia I like a lot is that weird magic bottle doohickey.
I forgot about that. And that might be in Fan. Yeah, that's just size 2. What were these? No. That's fine. I'll leave the. I'll keep the dual helms, but I'll sell the knight helmet. The Great Pirate. I'll keep that for now. Okay, yeah, it says unlocks the base art POW hammer. Does she have POW hammer?
Those boots are nothing now.
Menu! Does she have POW hammer? She's Miracle Hammer. Oh, wait. Maybe temporarily give her that, and then she can get the... Do you think you can handle my weapons? I don't think I fucking need them, to be honest. That's a start flipped. Yeah, it wasn't shit. Sorry. Wait, hold on. Oof.
Oh, holy shit. Yeah, that'll be a big upgrade.
Yeah, what are these two? Oof. Wait, hold on. Let's see.
Yeah, the Mystic Rod might be...
Let's see. Oh, yeah, that's what he wanted. I think Night Mace is what we want.
Yeah,
No,
that makes sense.
that is just hold on. That is just like a magic, right? And then actually, let's compare the Lotus and Mystic Rod. Yes.
Oh, okay, it's just, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Hold on. There's very clearly we need that.
Yeah.
Running out of money fast, but it's fine for now. What do you want? How's this doing? Yes. At this point. Oh yeah. No, not two.
Yeah, just the one. Okay.
Oh wait, hold on. I need to. Yeah, I keep forgetting to like actually equip things in this menu. Lollipop.
Yes, it's candy.
So let's sell some of these.
Is this like Fantasia where you can just tab over all of them and then sell them all at the end?
Yeah.
Okay.
Some of these I'm gonna keep because they're seem suspicious to me. I guess I'll keep the accessories for now.
Yeah, we probably have more than enough.
Oh, armor!
Well, maybe not.
Eh! Let's do these. I don't think we need to break the bank for these ones.
I think we should do it.
Right. Okay.
Considering the game kind of gave us the hey, get all your affairs in order thing.
I think we can probably do for the second best though, not like this best.
I mean, it's barely that much difference, and we got 95,000. I think it's worth it.
Okay. I just like, oh damn, money. Fuck.
We only need 2. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I was getting confused by the menu.
Let's compare. Is the cloak better?
Royal guard. Royal guard.
Is the cloak before you buy more? Is the cloak better for like
Oh yeah, yeah.
magic users?
No, it's just for an east.
Oh, okay.
Cloak is just for an east. No, fuck. Royal guard. Royal guard.
What does the bracelets do?
Fuck. I think there's just accessories as well. Like there's only one extra. There's only like a couple of accessory slots or whatever.
Yeah. I'm just curious if they do anything special. Or no, no, their hand.
Oh, okay. So I have to look at that.
I did just get a lightsaber in Fantasia, which was fucking weird.
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
Every time a lightsaber shows up in something that isn't Star Wars, I mean, I'm used to it in like Gundam and shit now, but I am just like,
Can you do that?
yeah, a little bit. Much better.
I wonder if we've just been like low on damage and defense for a while. We didn't notice.
I mean, the way that these numbers are going up, I feel like we've been pretty thoroughly going to every shop for every new place we've been to.
Yeah. And then I got some health items.
After this, we are reaching about 2 hours. I would not mind stopping, and then
Yeah, that's fine. I do have to talk to my family. Where the fuck is the item shop?
Somewhere in here.
Oh, here.
Yeah.
All right. So how many of these do you want?
I'd say maybe 5 lemon gel.
Hold on. I think we should get like a whole bunch.
Oh,
of these.
actually, yeah. I don't think we need. Yeah, you know, yeah. That's
Oh,
a
yeah,
good
you can only
amount.
hold
That's a good.
20 of them.
That's a good amount.
I think.
I think we shouldn't top off just in case we do run into chests and shit with them.
Yeah.
I think lemon gels we should have more of though. Like if we bought 6 of those
Yeah.
to get up to 10, yeah.
Maybe for saying pineapple gel, just like
yeah.
EP.
And then I think we're good. We're running low on money. I think we're good here. If you want, yeah. If you want to
Round
get
out.
10, sure.
Yeah.
All right. I think that makes sense to me. I think we're well stocked enough for a
Yeah, I think the
dungeon.
only thing is like I just want to keep in mind that like if we leave the town, does that automatically mean that we start the next thing? Because like I put on a weaker weapon on Anise or accessory on Anise because like it said it unlocks the base art POW hammer. I'm like, well, I may as well get her to learn it, but I'm like,
Yeah, I mean, I don't. Sure.
yeah,
I don't really
just,
think
like-
it'll be that much of a difference, probably.
yeah. Hold on, I'm just like, I guess she technically has the upper version anyway, so I guess I can just like, hold on.
アニスちゃんの素朴な疑問イグミとかメグミとかって何さ
ああ、それはキムラスカ・ランバルディア王立学問所の教授の名前から来てるんだ。イアン教授の下で学んだのがイグミ、メリッサ教授の下で学んだのがメグミ。
先生の名前だったのか。
するとルークとアッシュはバグミ
そりゃあ先生違いだろうよ。バグミか。おーい、お前もまんざらでもない顔するなよ。
We got that. I guess yeah. I'll just like it isn't too much of a thing, so I'll just make sure Anise is well fed, and then just there you go. Luke can be the cover boy for now. Oh,
Almost 40 hours.
meaty session.
Yeah. What
We
what
did it.
number are we at? Hold on. What number are we at now? Or not number, letter.
We're still in actually Act 2, so I was
yeah.
wrong before. And there's yeah, there's
We had
Section
you?
7 U.
Yeah.
So we're on the precipice of Act 3, which presumably next time I'll be able to do. I don't know when you want to do that, but
Sometime. I would like to get this done before the end of the summer if we can somehow manage that.
yeah, that'd be nice. I don't like this as a sort of Damocles.
Yeah. I think we can do it if we put our mind to it.
Yeah.
I mean, we made
just gotta keep this-
pretty good progress. I feel like we maybe skipped a bunch of optional stuff,
Yeah.
but, you know.
But all right. Thanks for all coming
Yeah.
to the show.
Have a good one, everyone. We'll see you next time with more Tales of the Abyss shenanigans.
Oh, yeah.
We got
See
we
you
got a
later.
big adventure.
Yeah. We still have so much of the abyss to put the world into.
True. All right. Have a good night, everyone.
Later.